Awesome. So I'm live.
You're live.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday morning. What is today? February 3rd. I am going live. My name is Mandy. I'm going live for that investor this morning because this is my punishment for getting him sick and giving him COVID. So welcome in. Everybody say hello and bear with me. I'm going to try to do as much of this as I possibly can without him because I really am trying to do this to be nice. But... and he's recording me on this side too. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Good morning, MK.
Good morning.
Good morning, Spec Truth. Good morning, Tank and Beagle and Invisible. Zach, Dawn. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, when is the bull run? That's what we all want to know. I have all the answers I'm going to tell you today. Just kidding. But we are going to chat about it. Oh, Beagle says his portfolio is dead. It's not dead. It's just in hibernation mode right now. W in the chat for COVID. Yeah, Patrick and I have been pretty sick, but I'm a couple days ahead of him, so I'm feeling a little bit. Oh, it's still on, Toby. Okay, hold on. We got to go back to. It's not time. I'm still saying good morning. Should I go to this one right here? No. It's all
Bitcoin.
access.
Go to Bitcoin.
I am. Okay, we pulled up Bitcoin, so we're gonna look at Bitcoin this morning. So it looked a little ugly when we got up, but as you can see, it's already green again. So it is a little crazy out there. Patrick left me. Okay, you'll have to help me out here, okay? So definitely ask me questions, but really easy questions. Zach says our bags are sick too. Do we have confirmation that Patrick is okay? She just took over. Yes, so this was my plan the whole time. I was coming in to take over Patrick's That Investor account across the internet, and I finally succeeded. He's finally out. No, you'll get confirmation soon. I'll have to pull him in. I was like, look, I'll try to do what I can. Okay, so as we said, Bitcoin, it looked a little scary this morning, but we have this beautiful little magenta box right here that tells us things aren't that bad. In fact, all the way back to January 13th, it dipped even a little lower, and we're already green, so this is good. So a couple of things just really in all seriousness, like I am on X probably just as much as you guys are as well. And so like the sentiment on there over the weekend just seemed to be like super bearish on Trump, which irritates me because I'm not like a gung-ho necessarily like big time Trump person. So let me just come to you from that stance first of all. I do trust him though. I do feel like he's doing a lot of good things. And I just want to point out that at the beginning of this, when Trump got into office, we had so many things that were so bullish on crypto. Like, I feel like he was like telling us, look at all these amazing things we're going to do for crypto. But then he has to step in and like play a little bit of hardball because we know as the master negotiator that he is, he's going to have to make some tough choices that are going to shake things up in the world. But I just keep going back to those first days when we knew like really he is the crypto president and he wants the US to be the crypto capital of the world. So because of that, we all should just be zen. And I mean, honestly, I'll tell you what I do, which isn't super responsible, honestly, because I do have a great deal of money in the markets. But sometimes I did not steal your seed phrase. You gave it to me. It's just like, I don't know. I just take a little break. I'm not always like on X as much whenever it's this bad because of everybody being like, you know, nobody's listening to me. They're just worried about you right now. But no, I really do just try to take a step back, touch grass, get outside, do the things that are good for me, and just know that it's going to go up because really there are a ton of reasons why I believe that, you know, we're not all delusional. Like everything's going to be fine. We just have to sit through a pretty rough moment or two or three or four. Okay. So going back to the comments, that investor is saying, help me. She stole my seed phrases. We like her. Go to sleep, that investor. Dawn's calling the police. Dawn, come on. Mexico tariffs are already paused. Yes. So that's a really great point. And we do have something to talk about in that respect. So we're just going to kind of, I don't know. Did you put me in like, yeah. Did you put me in order here, right?
Kinda.
Okay, so I'll tell you what I do know. I'll fumble through all these tabs. I may get Patrick come over here and do that. But basically, we do know that the president of Mexico, her name, it's a female, which that was really exciting to me. I honestly didn't know that, so that's kind of sad. But now I do know. And there apparently is a hold on the Mexican tariffs for 30 days, I believe. So they're paused. So we know that Trump is working something. So that, I don't know, it gives me confidence. I definitely think that this is like, basically, Trump wanted the Fed to lower interest rates. They didn't. So he is going to plan B. And he's just shaking things up with his little tariff talk. Not that he wouldn't do them. I do believe that he would. But I think that it's definitely causing a lot of this. And obviously, it makes everybody scared when we see things. But there is something really bullish that I did want to point out that I was excited about. Where is that one? We're just going to go through these. In the middle. They're all X though. I don't remember. Was it an X post?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so here's I'll read this. This will give me a break to take a moment and collect myself. So this is what Trump tweeted this morning. This was on X, right? Or was it on Truth Social?
Truth.
Oh, it was on Truth. Okay, so I just spoke with President Claudia Sheinbaum is that how you say it? Of Mexico. It was a very friendly conversation wherein she agreed to immediately supply 10,000 Mexican soldiers on the border, separating Mexico and the U.S. Bullish. These soldiers will be specifically designated to stop the flow of fentanyl and illegal migrants into our country. We further agreed to immediately pause the anticipated tariffs for a 1 month period, during which we will have negotiations headed by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent? I should know this. Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick, and high-level representatives of Mexico. I look forward to participating in those negotiations and President Sheinbaum as we attempt to achieve a deal between our two countries. So very exciting. I am embarrassed that I did not know that President Claudia Sheinbaum was the president of Mexico, but now I know. Okay, so there's that, and then let's see. Where did you said it was in the middle? So let's go find this little chart that Patrick showed me. Here it is. Okay, this is very cool. So this is a chart where they've overlaid whole coiners and non-whole coiners, and basically you can see that the non-whole coiners have been dumping. Okay, but the whole coiners, which was assumed when it was told to me that it was like big institutions, they are very bullish and they are investing more and more and more. So this gives me confidence. I'm sure that because you're all very intelligent as well, it's giving you confidence that everything's going to be fine because they know something that we don't know, or they have more confidence about something. I don't know, but that gives me confidence. How am I doing?
That was perfect.
Okay, good. Do you feel like you're resting, or are you just like really nervous? So
No, I'm enjoying this.
Okay,
Reading the
good.
comments.
Good.
I like listening, making sure
that I'm retaining things correctly.
Yeah, but you are.
Okay, good.
Stuff good.
He thinks I'm retaining things well, so that's good. But he is the talker of the two of us. I mean, we both talk, but he definitely gives me a lot of information. So sometimes, it's it is really fun to test myself and be like, hey, do I know what I'm talking about? Since I've listened to him now for about a year on this stuff. Yeah. All right, so let's go back.
You point out things to me a lot in the market.
Yeah.
Equally as in the trenches as we all are.
Do you think they can hear you?
Marginally, maybe.
Okay. He says I do show him sometimes that I do know things. Okay. So let's see. So that investor is going back to sleep. He says, Zach says, Don broke out of the basement and kidnapped Patrick. Good evening, says Oh Man. Good evening, Oh Man. MK says, I'm going to give her a chance. If she gets us gains, then all I can say is, who is Patrick? No, see, that is the last thing. Today does not need to be an update because we don't need to start this thing that Mandy needs to go live every day so that we can go up.
Yes, we do. Get her page.
Yes, so Spectruth, thank you. Everyone hit that like button, please. And if you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. Typically, Patrick, that investor, goes live every Monday through Friday at 12 noon Eastern time. And so yesterday, because I was feeling so bad that he got sick, because we did try to not get him sick, but it's just impossible. COVID's so easily contagious. And so I was like, let me just go live for you. I'm going to go live for you. And he was feeling really, really bad. I knew that was going to like really perk him up, and it did.
C90, do you see the gifted?
Okay, so I must be being, what is it? Oh, C90 gifted? Oh, I was gifted a membership by C90. Thank you.
It's random, I think.
That's so, it was random. Wow. Thank you, C90. That's so kind. I now have a membership. So maybe I'm too loud. Don says we can definitely hear you. I cannot be any louder than you are, though, right now. So I will lower my voice and see if it's better for you. So Beagle says, I'm doing great so far. Thank you. Lots of W's in the chat. You're very, very kind. I know. How was I not a member? I have gifted memberships for sure. Okay, so we're all caught up on the chat over here. So yeah, what do you guys think about this chart? I mean, is it just so straightforward that you're thinking, yeah, duh, everything's fine? How is everybody feeling today? I know that everybody was saying that you know, that their bags were down and all of that, but ultimately we are all just hanging in there, right? Like, you know, you're intelligent enough, you're in this enough that you know that everything's going to be okay, and it's just going to be fine. You can't look too closely, basically, is what I do. So, yeah, okay. She isn't as spastic, more calming. Yeti, still no membership. C90, still no membership. So now Yeti has a membership. Very good, Yeti. Good morning, Yeti. How are you? Oh, MK has surgery tomorrow. I'm as good as can be. Aw, good luck on your surgery. How long are you going to be out? Are you still going to be live tomorrow at noon with Patrick? Because I'm sure he'll be all better tomorrow, right?
No, I like this.
Okay, but I have some stuff that's a little different than what he would normally do that you may hate, but it kind of goes in with the calming part of it, because I am very into astrology, just enough into it though where I can be dangerous. I don't know like a ton, so we can't like. You can ask me the questions and we can find out, like, if you have any other questions about why these things like that I'm about to tell you are happening, I can look into it. But I do really feel like typically when we look at astrology and we compare it to like the week that crypto's week, we are often right. So like last week, I was just kind of playing around. I was like, okay, so according to the reading that I have this one person that I love so much. Her name is Chani. So I'll go ahead and tell you that. There's an app. It's like CHANI. And I was like, according to like the reading for the week for the world for her, she's saying that it looks like financial markets are going to be a little bit iffy Monday and Tuesday, like more scary near the beginning of the week. And then when Wednesday and Thursday come around, things are going to get a little bit more lively and exciting. And so maybe some of you remember that last week we've done this for a long time now, but we'll be up and then we're down and then we're up and then we're down. But I'm thankful for those little times of up, because it does remind us all how it feels when things do get really exciting, because eventually it's going to be like a super, super, you know, big time run, and we're just gonna all be happy for a long time. That's what I'm waiting for that time.
Yeah.
So yes. So C90 says, is there not a sponsor today? So I actually don't have I don't have kombucha. I don't have oh, I would love kombucha. Thank you. And then yes, Yeti, Mandy, that thing we're speaking about on the 5th. Great, Yeti. I am feeling much better than Patrick is today, so I'm like back in commission. So I will circle around to you today and we'll chat. Very exciting. All right, so let's go back up a little bit too. I'm going all around. Yeah, everything will be all right. Check back in 2 months, says Dawn. I hope it doesn't take 2 months. I really feel like it's like, I think we feel like it's sooner than that, but I can wait 2 months. Honestly, it's going to be okay. I mean, there's not really much because I'm not selling right here. I am very good at holding, sometimes too good, but I'm very, very good at holding. So I'm not selling. Hopefully everybody's just hanging in there. This is not financial advice, of course, because ultimately I really don't know what I'm talking about. But thank you, Don. Just a little bit. I don't know a lot. Okay, so today's sponsor, is this what you usually do? Like it's not, but it should be sponsored by Kavita, this amazing kombucha. I'm very into kombucha right now. Uh-oh, Don forgot his kombucha at home. We pump and then we dump. It is what we do. That's a really good point, C90, because another thing, I'm going to show you the astrology stuff in a second, but that is very much the point of this week's astrology. Like, listen, that is life. We go up, we go down. It's really all supposed to be about the actual journey. And that sounds very cliche to say, but I just want to remind all of you, especially those that are doing crypto, like kind of as a full-time gig, this is so exciting. It's a really, really, really exciting life to lead. Yes, very risky, and hopefully it all works out for everybody. But I think it's really cool. Like, that's one thing that I noticed whenever I met Patrick. I was just like, wow, people just do this full time. This is crazy. So I just want to remind all of you that are here in the trenches, and even if you're not doing this full time, it's still like we're making history here. We're changing the world. So it really is a super, super exciting thing that we're doing, and we need to enjoy this journey even when things are bloody. Because even when things are bloody, I think it's really cute because there's still like this great community thing on X that I see, even though everybody's whining and it really is honestly annoying sometimes. Everybody's pulling together. So it's like this collective suffering, which is great. So I think collective suffering is great, and then we're all going to collectively win later. It's going to be great. All right, I'm going to take a moment. Beagle says it's time to buy more. So Beagle, yes. I am a little hurt at this point that this is not the point that I got into the markets, because I do know they're going to pump. So right now, pretty much everything that we are bullish on and we know is just going to big time go, all of it's at like the best discount prices ever. So go shopping for sure. Okay, moon phase trading is also part of it, Spec Truth. But astrology just meaning like, so what we've done is like taken the birth chart of Bitcoin. Okay, so we had a little bit, I'll pull this up now. Yeah,
one of the tabs is up,
I see it. I know, I have to navigate this little cool thing. Okay, so it says to enter my password, but we don't want to do that, do we?
No.
Well, it's already in there, so let's see. I just don't know if it's gonna take me. Let's pull it back down.
Oh, here, hold on.
Okay, you're gonna come in. Here he is, guys.
Hi guys.
Okay, thank you. Oh, the actual birth chart.
And you can pull up Bitcoin with the moon
Oh, wow.
phases too sometimes too. So that they have new
Where was
things to
that?
look at.
Right beside it.
The trading view one.
The trading view right here. Okay. No. Oh yeah, that is the moon phase. Okay, so I pulled that one up first. Yeah. All right. So the blue ones are the new moon, and then the gray ones are the full moon. So we've seen this, and I know that Patrick's talked about it a little bit because we find it very interesting. This is typically what happens after a new moon. Somewhere around the new moon, there is a little bit of a correction. Would that be what it's called, right? Yeah. I mean, I hate saying it's dumping because it's not. It's fine. Everything's going to be fine, and that's just such a negative word. But you can see that this is very normal for what happens. Like we've gone over the whole history, and I don't know how far back, if it'll let me, yeah. Like literally you can see after a new moon, there is a dump. That's just what happens. So that's where we are right now. And I have a couple of different theories on that. I mean, we are affected by the moon. Humans, whether you believe in astrology or not, are affected by the moon. That can be proven if you go and talk to any nurse or doctor that's ever worked in the ER. On full moon nights in the ER, like everything is chaotic. Numbers go up like crazy. A ton of people are like admitted to the ER and into the hospital. So it definitely, and that's like every single month. So if you know a nurse, ask them, or a doctor, ask them. Truly, it does affect our human behavior. Just that's a very, very basic reason to believe it, but for real. No, you are not replaced, that investor.
They all said, "Who's Patrick?"
Hey, Steve the Canadian. Hey, you're not Patrick. Who am I going to make shorthanded comments to? Bearish, LOL. Good morning, peoples. No, let's be bullish today, Steve the Canadian. Since I'm here, I want you to instead, let's just be bullish, okay? We all need it. So Beagle says dumps are nicer with DeSci SHILLERS community. I agree with that. Yeti saying hi to Spec Truth. Instant defense, but everything G, nothing's going to happen. What does G mean?
Everything's good.
Oh, okay, good. Buy everything. Oh, nothing's going to happen.
Why is everyone voting to replace him?
Who's Patrick? I only know Pat thing. He is not. You do not give him a complex.
Well,
he is perfect just the way he is. Instant Defense is asking, do you believe in the moon? I do believe in the moon. Okay, so I really do need to show them this stuff. But where did we put it? Because in the Adobe window, if I enter your password, is it going to take me to?
It's not a tab. It's a whole new window. Remember?
Down at the bottom.
Yeah, so go to the bottom bar and then.
Okay. I thought you did some kind of witchery to pull it up. Okay, so let's pull this up here. All right, so let's go over my little astrology thing right here. I put a little doc together. Don't mind the the watermarks on it from work. I did it on my work computer. Okay, don't tell anybody. So, all right, so I put a little something. I did this morning I basically fed this giant reading that I read every single week from somebody I really do trust. She really knows what she's talking about, into ChatGPT, and we took the birth chart of Bitcoin and we put it all together, and this is what we came up with. So I did not change any of this. This is literally this is astrology right here, everybody. So Bitcoin's birth chart, we used Bitcoin's origin birth chart, which is when the emails were sent out, which was Halloween of 2008, right? 2008. And so there was apparently an email sent out. I did not know this, so I was schooled this morning. There's an email sent out, like the white paper, basically. Was it a white paper? Telling everybody what was going to happen or what to expect with Bitcoin. And then it was then launched in 2009. But the origin would be in October. And then we're using London as the time, as the location, because that's the time zone that we estimate that Satoshi was in. So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
He's pumping me up. All right. So astrology is playing out in real time. Crypto is surging just as Trump reaffirms his pro-crypto stance. Trump's pro-crypto push publicly state this. These are all, we all need to remember this. Okay. When we're getting freaked out about the things that he's doing, I really do believe he knows what he's doing, and it's really for us. Okay. Publicly stating he wants US to be the crypto capital, launched his own meme coin, Melania 2. I know we all have mixed feelings about that. It doesn't matter. I still think it was like a message to us. I don't think Trump was like, hey, you know what? Before I become president again, why don't we just launch a meme coin? I think there was actually a purpose to it, and it was I think it was like to give us confidence. Liberty Finance purchased hundreds of millions of dollars in Sol, Bitcoin, and ETH. So obviously that was right before all of this, big dump right now. So again, we know there's a ton of money invested on his side. So it gives me a lot of confidence because he knows about investments. He knows about money. So Pluto's move into Aquarius. Now this is what I want to talk to you about. And I was actually going to make a video on this because it's very, very interesting. So Pluto is moving into Aquarius like as we speak right now. And this is a 20-year time period. And what I want to talk about with Pluto and Aquarius is they both are very, very just bullish on crypto because Pluto is all about big money and power. So it rules wealth, investments, real estate, and financial transformation. Okay. Aquarius is all about future tech and digital revolution. So it is ruling over AI, technology, innovation, and decentralization. So you can see if Pluto is moving into Aquarius for 20 years, this is actually a moment in history where like it's just going to keep going up. Like it's really going to start. I believe that things have been very, very, fun and bullish for crypto over the last, how many years would that be? Is it almost 2 decades? Since 2008? 16 years. So 16 years, but now this is actually crypto's time to shine and where we're really going to see like mass adoption and that sort of thing. So, our cosmic message is big money is moving digitally. So Pluto in Aquarius signals a wealth shift into futuristic industries like crypto. Crypto price surge mirrors this astrological shift. So it does. I can confirm that. So Pluto's staying in Aquarius for 2 decades. We should expect long-term growth in crypto, AI, DeSci, and DeFi. So obviously, I just have to do a little plug for my agent Bill right here because AI and DeSci fall just like right underneath this little thing. So I definitely think it's good. It's a good thing for Bill. Yeah. Astrology and news alignment. The media is reflecting Pluto's shift through renewed crypto interest. Timing aligns too perfectly. Pluto's movements is equal to the wealth movement. So Pluto in Aquarius means crypto is here to stay and will dominate for the next 20 years. So here are some things for this week that I want to look at. Basically, like I said, last week we did this and it matched up perfectly. And I've been doing it over the course of a couple of months, just looking at the astrologically, seeing if it really does align with the market. And it kind of does feel like it is. I guess I should take a moment and look at the comments because y'all are talking to me and I don't want to deter you. Well, she's good. All right. Wolverine to 1 billion market cap. Bullish. Is it Wolverine or Wolverinu? So Spectruth is doing good, Yeti, if you didn't see that. That investor says, wow, she's good. That's so kind. I think they're supposed to say that, and then we can decide. Your bias. So C90, is she talking to Bill? That man knows everything. MK, Patrick is just part of the chat now. No, he's coming back. Don't worry. I'm a cult member. She is the leader. Oh my goodness. One of us. Spec Truth says February 4th at 2:30, Trump will address the crypto community. All right. So that's tomorrow. Amazing. 2:30 Eastern, I'm assuming. So that investor says, what does it mean Pluto moves into Aquarius? Well, the planets move, that investor. So as it shifts into Aquarius, and that's one of those, listen, that is too hard of a question. So that's something we're going to have to get back to you on, that investor. No, but it does. The planets do move in and out of the different zodiac signs. And so based on the different zodiac signs that they're moving in, if they really get along with these signs, then sometimes it can be a really exciting moment, which is one thing I'm going to read about in a minute with Jupiter and Mercury. And then Martin wants to know, how are the planets correlated with crypto? I believe, my belief is that the planets correlate with everything. I believe in astrology very, very much. I have been very, very... I have literally been studying it. I know I should know more, but I have been studying it, just basically consuming readings from the ones who have the best reputation. I also have an astrologer who has, over the last 3 years, pinpointed things that are going to happen in my life. It's just crazy. So I've just seen too much to not believe it. I do understand and respect that a lot of people don't, but I think it's great, especially when it's bullish on crypto. I'm definitely going to pay attention to it. So Steve the Canadian, let's see. This is normally where I would throw out realistic bearish comments, but you got this, Amanda. Go local or foreign crypto. Yay. Thank you, Steve the Canadian. Yes, just be nice. I'll just crumble if you're mean. I'm just kidding. I can handle it, but try not to. Where's that information coming from? AI. Instant defense. So what I did is, this is all built on, number one, the birth chart of Bitcoin, which is not AI, that's a real life thing. And then Chani is my astrologer she's not the one that I meet with, but she's the one that I follow on a weekly basis. That's CHANI. You can download the app. It's really good. And it just kind of helps me know when there's going to be a super intense day. And typically it could be confirmation bias, but typically it will follow it. And I don't always look before the week starts. So I don't go Sunday, okay, this is what my week is going to look like. I don't do that every single week. But I will say that when I look back, it still matches it. So I try to test it back and forth like that. I'll look at it before, and then sometimes I'll look at it after the week is over to see if it worked, so that I don't, trick myself into believing something's not real that it isn't. But I do believe it's real. Steve the Canadian, lots of laughy faces. MK says it's a sign of a turning point. It is. I believe it is. Basically, am I a witch? Ooh. But yeah, wizard. I'll take wizard. Astrology DAO coming soon. Oh, I do actually. I might talk to you about a token in a minute that I did find, or a couple of tokens that was in the astrology world. I just don't know how well it's going to do, because I don't know how many of you fellas really mass adopt astrology all the time. There are some males that do love it. But yeah, I did. I totally went to Hogwarts. Witch. Okay, so let's go back to this. So February, I know you've been looking at it, but February 3rd and 4th, Jupiter and Mercury, there's an energy boost with media narratives and adoption. So Mercury is really, really good. It rules over communication, and Jupiter rules over abundance and growth. So when Mercury and Jupiter get together, they are very much like Trump. Trump is a Gemini, by the way, so he's also ruled by Mercury. He's also really great at communication, some would say, but he definitely communicates. I mean, he's a communicator. So what's happening right now is we're getting a broadcast of these great narratives, and that basically things are just really heating up, and it's really centered around the media communication, and then the communication of Trump and everything that's going on in the world. So February 7th, let's go back over here. So February 7th, Venus and Pluto could bring institutional Bitcoin purchases. I thought this was interesting because I did do the final reading, this right here that I put together for you was done with ChatGPT. So nothing that Chani said, she didn't talk about institutional Bitcoin purchases or anything. It literally pulled that in itself. So I think that's very cool, because that's what's happening right now. Long term, Pluto in Capricorn continues to strengthen Bitcoin's financial role. Bearish risks Here we go. We'll talk about those two. That's the fair thing to do. February 6th, which is Thursday, Neptune and North Node brings FOMO, scams, and speculation cycles. So Neptune is all about illusion, and that's about the foundation of what I know about Neptune. Like it's illusion, and the North Node, I'm not even going to, I know it, I read it this morning, but I did not retain it. But basically, FOMO, scams, and speculation cycles. We know that. We're right in the middle of it. February 9th, Uranus squares Mercury and full moon in Leo, which remember, let's go back over here. What happens? Where did we put it? It's the trading view one right here. What happens in the full moon? We typically see a pump. So this is a full moon. This is a real life thing that's happening here. So after this full moon, all these full moons. Look at this. This is great. So that's... Okay, now I lost my, oh, it's here. This is so fancy. He's leaving me. He's leaving me. How do I get this window, though? It's, like, not letting me grab it.
I was going to show them stuff.
Okay. Can you pull that window? Oh, here it is. It's the top up here. Sorry, guys. I promise I do know how to use technology. It's just my brain doesn't work fully when my prefrontal cortex is focused on not being stupid on camera. Okay. Okay, so February 9th, Uranus squares Mercury and full moon in Leo could cause a flash crash or regulatory moves. I don't think I agree with this too much because of what we know about what happens after Bitcoin. So I think whatever happens, it's gonna be bullish for Bitcoin because it's around the full moon, and we've seen as far back as you can look, it always pumps after the full moon. So something good is coming. Overall market prediction, early week, February 3rd through 4th, bullish, fueled by positive sentiment and Jupiter's influence. Midweek, caution advised, hype cycles and speculative surges. Late week, extreme volatility. Watch for major market moves or regulatory announcements. So this is just for fun, obviously, and entertainment, but let's all remember this. Maybe take a screenshot of this so that later we can compare and either make fun of me if it doesn't work out or think I'm just the smartest person ever. But yeah, for real, let's test it and see what happens. Bitcoin's astrology this week suggests a major shift is coming. Whether it leads to a bull run or a shakeout depends on external events. I think the external event is the moon, so we're good there. This is interesting because Patrick and I were talking about whether or not Bitcoin's birth chart should be the genesis or the white paper versus when it actually launched. I think it's the white paper because that's when the idea was forming and all of that. But I don't have to get into that right now. I think I'm going to go back to the chat and we can talk. But I will pull this very bottom part up. Bottom line. This is the start of a long-term financial evolution. Ignore the short-term noise. Crypto is here to stay, and the biggest wealth transfer in history is happening now. There you go. Okay, we'll get rid of the astrology now for a second because that's pretty much all I know anyway. Oh no. Bullish, billish. Okay, there we go. Steve the Canadian says, you're not crazy, but you could be a witch. So good thing it's not 1763. Exactly. That is very true. Oh, yeah, we watched something on that yesterday. What did we watch on that? Was it about the women and the witch trials? And okay, it doesn't matter.
The cats. Tell them about the cats.
Oh, I do. Oh, here is something about, somebody said something about a cat, so I'll tell you that. Yeti's talking about a cat. Does anyone know why cats and witches are like a thing? Like people usually put them together, like cats and witches, or why cats are part of the whole witchery. Let me know in the comments if you know. Astrology Dow. Donna's getting out the waterboarding tools. Steve the Canadian says, you can line the moon phases up with BTC spikes, so it's got something to do with people's perceptions during high tides. I love that, Steve the Canadian. You're not crazy, but you could be a witch. Read that one. And then Spec Truth says around 80% accurate. Harry Potter is a warlock. I am 100% a witch. Yeti says, do I need a black cat as part of that thing? Possibly. I was thinking about some kind of cat. Candles and crystals also. Yes, Spec Truth. Candles and crystals also. And pendulums and tarot cards. Actually, Patrick even brought my tarot cards over here. We do this kind of on a daily basis, so it's good. If anybody wants to talk about tarot cards, we definitely can. Stocks going down after lunch today. I gotta go. Arrived at destination. You really rock this, Amanda. Thank you, Smart Money. Really interesting insights about astrology. I really do believe it. So just know that, there was a message deleted by that investor. I'm going to view it. Can I view it?
No.
Was it mean?
Yeah, it was mean. Just leave it.
So let's see. Astrology is all about cycles, right? That might be why usually women know it better because they have their own cycles. Yes, that is actually very true. I do believe that. And it's on the moon cycle as well. So there is a lot of truth to that. I know, Stephen Canadian. I know it's probably gonna make me cry later. So we'll just not talk about it. Beagle updates. I'm not really gonna cry. Turn off the computer and come back in 6 months. C90 says because Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Steve the Canadian says it's because cats are half in and half out out at all times. They can see every spectrum. Okay, Don. Okay. Was it?
It's just I mean, if you want to read it, you can read it.
Oh, I will. I will read it. Mean people behind their keyboards. Anyway, okay, so yes, I'm going to talk about the cat. The cat. So basically, when the Black Plague was going on, and if anybody knows anything about the witch trials, like it was around that time. Basically, there were some women who weren't getting sick with the Black Plague, and then they were like, oh, these women have cats because these women happen to have cats in their house. The cats were killing the mice that were carrying the Black Plague. So then going forward, then they were just known as the witchy duo, basically. So cats were like coupled in with the women who were deemed witches because they didn't have the Black Plague. I thought that was really exciting. Hit that like button. Definitely hit that like button so that investor will not fire me for good.
Yeah.
Yes, this means cat meme coin. This is why cat meme coins are bullish. Well, I'll make that connection with you, Tank. Sure. Okay. Yeah, I will. I want to. That's so gross.
I know.
It's not even that. It's not funny. It's so not funny at all. Okay. Next. What's next? I think that's like. Oh, I guess we could talk about the other things that are happening. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Are you ready to come do this?
You have to finish it out.
But time is my greatest asset. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You guys are great. I do want to make sure I tell them the things that they want to know. So I do need to go back to, even though they could look this up too, but they like to hear from you. So we'll go to the top movers of DeSci. Okay, so overall, market cap for DeSci is down 8.5%, which just means that this is a really great time to buy. It's a better time than I bought, so go buy. Then our top movers. No, those are our bottom movers. LSC, Silencio. I don't know anything about this. Redacted Terminal, Metformin, DigiHealth, and If Science, and Axon's up there too. All right. So those are the ones that are up the most. Does anybody know anything about any of them? I feel like Metformin, I know it's a medication, but it's like, I feel like I've heard you talk about that as well.
Yeah, I don't really know what they're doing, but metformin's a medication.
Okay. Okay. So Instant Defense is asking, so the cats had the plague and why weren't they immune? Well, not always. Animals can't always get the diseases that we can. I don't know if animals could get the animals could get it. I don't know if cats could get it. So they were eating the mice, and whether or not they were dying, I don't know. But Amanda asked for a raise. This is a mess, Yeti, but I will. Someone bought $100,000 worth of Axon, Beagle said. Wow, should we look at that chart really quick?
Yeah.
If I go here, does it show me? Yeah, it should. Sorry, I usually just use Dex, everybody.
Use Dex Screener.
Yeah.
Do it again. Use Dex Screener.
You want me to just go in and type it and then go see?
It's up at the top.
I mean, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I'm looking at the chart. It's fine. Yeah. Okay. $100,000. All right. Somebody knows what they're doing, I think. His firstborn won't have any BTC. Okay. Where were we at? Oh, you just go backwards. It didn't open up a new tab for me. All right. Let's look at the bottom ones. Okay. There you go. Aw, Genome's Dow is down 27.4%. Wellshare is down 2. There's another. Oh, there's 2 genomes?
Yeah, one's an old token.
One's an old token, okay. Quantum biology, that sounds interesting. Also a bottom mover. Okay, so these are your best. This is where the best sales are today, everybody. There you go. What else? Bitcoin, and then I thought you pulled up, or you wanted me to pull up Solana and ETH.
Yeah.
They look sad too. So just go here. Trading view?
Trading view, yeah.
Okay.
It should be on the side.
I don't see. Oh, is it this little search thingy?
Yeah, you should be able to see ETH and Sol.
Oh, you can see ETH and Sol.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
right side
Okay. Yeah. So here's Solana. If I click on it, will it come up?
Yep.
All right. So there's Solana. This is the daily. Sorry, I'm just not used to looking at it like this. No. This is the moon phases too for Solana?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Have we ever looked at it for ETH and Solana as well?
No, I only ever look at it for Bitcoin.
Because it
Controls the market, but we should probably.
But it still looks like, yeah, I mean, it's still lining up. Okay, and then ETH, here we go. Oh, by the way, Solana's at 207, a really great time to buy. And here's ETH, unfortunately, in this moment. So, yeah, just really great times to buy, everybody.
The house is falling.
So yes, instant defense. Yes, some is saying that I can get rabies from a cat. Yes. So there are, I do not know the specifics on that, but you can get some diseases from animals and some you can't. Some don't cross the little barrier of the virus. Thank you, Spec Truth. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support. All right, hit that like button. Yes, hit the like button. Pump Science should have something next week. That's right. Are these the molecules that are coming out next week? So Pump Science should have some exciting news soon. And, okay, Zaya AI is looking good through all the blood. Oh, can I type it in over here and it?
On deck screener, yeah.
Okay. I mean,
The tab to the right.
The tab to the right.
The tab to the right of trading view is deck screener.
Okay. I don't. Okay, I'm just gonna type this in. Zaya. Yeah, it's fine. I just don't look at it from this. How do I do
I know,
this?
but it won't be on trading view.
Okay.
You gotta go.
Are you ready to take over?
No, you're doing good. The tab, this one right here.
Okay.
Is deck
There's
screener.
Bill. Oh yeah.
ZAI.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I should know that.
Wait, is it or is it ZIA? No, there it is.
Oh, they should have done ticker ZAYA. I think I do that all the time. Okay. All right. Here's Zaya, looking good. I do love Zaya. Where are you going?
Peeing.
Okay, fine. Yeah, this is a good one. I really do believe in Zaya for sure. Not financial advice, of course. But I do think it's a good one. So yay. All right, what else? What else do we need to tell you today? Lake is also at an awesome spot to buy as well. I saw that over the weekend. I also am very bullish on Lake. Buy with what, Amanda? We are buying Dynex tips, as Patrick said. Also, Dynex at a great price. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of there with you, Invisible. I will tell you that originally, whenever I started investing, oh my goodness, sorry guys. When I started investing, the number that I said I was going to actually put in grew exponentially to a lot more. And so now I'm like, okay, I'm literally not going to touch my bank account anymore. My fiat, that is it. I'm not touching it anymore. And so I'm right there with you, Invisible. But I do want to buy. Everything is just at such a great price. And as we all know, it's going to go up. So it's just, it's just like, how much money do you want to make? So get in and make more money, or just go with the original plan. That's what we all say. C90. Okay, so also there's some big news with Creator Bid supposed to happen this week as well. They may have already announced while I've been live. I don't know, but let's go look over here at, there we go. Should see his setup. All right, this was not from today though. Okay, so as you know, the final points, the creator bid points were distributed, 42 million points. And so this week they're supposed to be introducing these major upgrades to their website, which is the creator points conversion. We'll be able to see exactly how many bid tokens you have. I need to look into that because I have not done that yet today. I do want to be a billionaire, Beagle. Yes, I do. I don't have to eat today.
No eating?
Beagle says, do you want to be a billionaire or eat today? That is the question. What's one day without food? It's fine, right? It's just one day, Beagle, just one day.
Fun.
So Chris wants to know, when will we vote on the proposal for Bill? I am certain you're going to hear more about that. Thankfully, Patrick's, I think his worst day of COVID was yesterday. Hopefully, I don't know. You woke up feeling pretty cruddy.
Yeah, I did.
Do you think you're feeling worse today than you did yesterday? That's how we know if he's going to get better or not. It's like,
I think that this was the peaking days, yesterday and today.
yeah.
So tomorrow I should be okay to go live.
Yeah, there's 2 really rough days where you kind of just like lose all like desire to live. but then it goes away, and then you get this big rush of adrenaline and energy so that you can go in and take care of all the stuff that you missed while you were sick. So soon, Chris, it will, I'm certain it's this week, right? The proposal.
For what?
The vote is, when will we vote on the proposal for Bill?
Oh, I'll put it up today.
Yeah, it's ready. So it's ready. He's putting it up today. I think that he wanted to do it over the weekend, and then it just with it being the weekend, also, it just is a better day today. Better day. Okay, so there's the creator bid stuff. Go check that out. What else do you have pulled up here for me? Oh, Morales. Okay, so everybody here, first of all, like the live if you haven't already, but also Patrick and I posted about the Morales vote that's going on, and right now there are 4 agents. Was it 4 agents or no? These are 4 just tokens.
Yeah.
And Bill Nye, even though his following is a lot smaller than 2 of these specifically, especially Paw. Paw has like 60,000 followers. He's still he's still second with 21.9%. So over the weekend, we were able to push that up. But if you haven't voted yet, please go take a moment to vote and tell all your friends.
How much time is left on it?
53 minutes left. Is this updated or do I need a refresh?
No, you should refresh.
Shoot.
Might have closed.
Cruddy bugs. That does not look like it. I refreshed and it went to Microsoft Online. So let me go. Okay, let's talk about this and then we'll go back. Actually, let me just duplicate this. Duplicate. All right. And Zach.
No, there's still 53 minutes left.
Okay, good. Okay, so everybody go, and let me go back to Morales. Go and vote for Bill because we still have 53 minutes left to vote.
It's going to be hard to find it on Morales.
Did they do a lot?
Yeah, they do.
I should have gone to mine.
Good. Go to your page or my page.
DeSci girl. DeSci girl. There she is. You follow me? All right. Here it is. Okay. 52 minutes left now. So go vote, please, very much, because I think this is really cool that we're right there with somebody who has a ton of followers. So this is good visibility for all of us Billish people. So go. Zach says, thank you for your service, Patrick, but you are no longer needed here. This is now the Mandy show.
Hey.
Mods. How's Bill taking the dip in crypto? So we'll go look at Bill. So Agent Bill personally is taking it very well because he knows everything. So he knows that eventually it's going to be okay. It's fine. But this is also a really good time to buy Bill as well. I would go, but I'm tired of going through. Y'all watching me go through these tabs is not fun, I'm sure. So buy with what, Amanda? Oh, we already said that. That's what we all say. Thank you for your service, Patrick, but you're no longer needed. I had to say that 3 times now. I thought I saw a bunch of chats come in. That's so weird. Hold on. I'm on another channel where there was a takeover. I can't live through that again. That's what C90 said. Yes. It's not like an aggressive takeover though. It's just a nice little takeover for a moment. He'll be back. Actually, you should come say hi. because we've almost gone. I can't. This is how you do it. You just ramble for an hour, and this is how you do it.
It's a lot easier than it looks.
Yeah, and you guys are awesome that you're staying here with me. Thank you very much. But you have to know that pretty much everything in my brain about crypto came directly from that investor. So it's just like a watered down version of him, with a little astrology mixed in there. All right. Yeah. So I feel like my time. I feel like I'm good. You don't want to come say hi to him?
I'll come say hi.
You guys are awesome. And thank you. Thank you very much for being kind, except for that one person.
Woo.
You're rude. But it's
Yeah.
okay.
Screw that person. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. I think you went over everything I had pulled up, so it was good. It was really
There was
enjoyable
one
to watch.
I clicked on, but I didn't talk about.
The Cerebrum stuff
Yeah.
and Vita DAO. I was just gonna. Cerebrum posted something that was very. Everyone's leaving. Cerebrum posted something that was very inspiring. Just continue to build. The tokens will do what the tokens are going to do. And then Vita DAO gave a little update on what was going on in their ecosystem. But, ladies and gentlemen, everyone give a round of applause for Mandy here. She did a phenomenal job.
Thank
Phenomenal.
you.
I made her pinky promise that she would go live today, and that was on Saturday. And then I got worse and worse and worse. W's in the chat. Hell yeah. W, 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 W. The only thing I want to say is that Bitcoin dominance really skyrocketed. That was not what we needed to see. Bitcoin dominance, maybe that was the final little liquidation push, but it just skyrocketed to 64%. That was nuts. And of course, thank you, Steve the Canadian. Thank you. Of course, if you go view the channel on Friday's live stream, we had the title that this is very bearish. I was talking about Bitcoin dominance and I was dead wrong with what I thought, but the answer and the prediction was there. I just didn't have the foresight to see it. The subconscious put it here. This is very bearish. And then over the weekend, everything just tanked through the floor. And yeah, it's still live though. Bitcoin somehow today is green, and I'm hoping we end the day green and everyone can see that maybe all we had to do actually was come down and touch the 100-day moving average. Just like we did last time, we came down, tapped the 100-day moving average, and then continued to rally. And the time before that, we came down, touched the 100-day moving average, and then continued to rally. So far in 2023, the beginning of 2023, we rallied like crazy, but had a midway rally down to the 100-day moving average. The same thing last year. We had a very beautiful rally, but midway through, we came down, touched the 100-day moving average. I thought that might have been it, but as it turns out, it was not it. So maybe that's all that needed to happen. Time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully, you guys have appreciated this live stream. I know y'all did. It was a good one. I will see you all in the chat and back here tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody.
Woo!